of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happy Sunday, happy Easter, Ramadan, Passover. Overall, it's going to shape out to be a beautiful day out there, filled with lots of sunshine. So definitely keep it here. We'll talk about that forecast, guys, in just a bit.
Breaking this morning on DC News Now, a home, take a look, engulfed in flames. This fire in Maryland taking dozens of first responders to put out. We're going to take you to the scene with what we know so far from firefighters this morning. Alleged abuser arrested, a now former daycare employee in custody. What she is accused of doing and why police say they have more than enough evidence in this case. Also this morning, it was a shootout on one of the DMV's biggest roadways. We're going to speak with the family of the woman here kidnapped and ended up dead on I-95. And later on, if you think former President Trump is the only commander-in-chief who's been arrested, think again. Our Jimmy Alexander takes us back in history and tells us about the sitting president who also had a run-in with the law. A very, very busy Easter Sunday morning here on DC News Now, and we're going to begin, as we always do, with a live look outside. And how fitting, a live look at the National Cathedral with nothing more than sunshine radiating on its roof. We love to see it. It's a beautiful day. Not a cloud in sight, Brittany Ward, huh?
Absolutely, Joe. Beautiful, beautiful Easter Sunday. Chilly, though, so I hope you have the jacket on hand.
I'm wearing a jacket right now.
You are wearing a jacket.
It's chilly, but it's not going to stay chilly the entire day.
Exactly. You get to ditch the jacket heading into the afternoon. So again, beautiful day. Those kiddos doing any Easter egg morning hunts have that jacket, but in the afternoon, like I said, they could take it off and enjoy the sunshine. Satellite and radar are showing you not even a cloud in sight across the entire DMV. Those clouds are shifting offshore, and that's going to be the trend as high pressure begins to work its way towards our area. Temperature-wise, we are still fairly chilly, especially along that I-81 corridor. We're either at or below freezing. 32, the freezing mark there in Winchester. 31 as you head over there to Martinsburg. 29 as you head over there to Cumberland. And because of those chilly temperatures, the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for those locations north and west. And that's because we're in the growing season. So any sensitive plants, just make sure they are protected. A frost advisory is in effect along the I-95 corridor. Both are set to expire about 10 a.m. today. And that's because those temperatures will slowly begin to warm up as we head into the next couple of hours. Highs today getting into the lower 60s, and it looks like we're holding on to the 60s as we head through your Tuesday, but we are tracking 80 in that 7 days, so definitely keep it here. We'll talk about that, Joe, in just a bit.
All right, that is Brittany Ward to start us off there from the Weather Center. Brittany, thank you. We are following breaking news as we come on the air for our third hour this morning. A tragic start to Easter Sunday for several people who live in Gaithersburg, Maryland, after this house, take a look, went up in flames at around 10 o'clock this morning. Fire officials telling DC News Now that one person does have life-threatening injuries. A firefighter and two others were also taken to the hospital for treatment. We're told the fire has been extinguished, but it took over 75 firefighters to put it out. Still no word this morning on what may have caused it. All right, over to Prince George's County this morning, where new details on a story we first told you about last Friday. A woman fired from the daycare she worked at after videos went viral of her on social media abusing kids that she was supposed to be taking care of. The woman, according to police, is now behind bars. This is Kayla Greenwell. She's 23 years old. She was arrested by Prince George's County Police yesterday. She's being charged with multiple counts of child abuse and assault. Police say they watched several videos of the assaults happening on Friday. Greenwell recorded herself, according to them, abusing kids in her care. She'd only been working there for a few weeks. The investigation now continues, and of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more. But we have several stories about this investigation. We're also talking to parents. You can check that out at dcnewsnow.com. You're talking about 803. It was a shootout on one of the DMV's largest roadways, and there are still a lot of unanswered questions about it. What all happened over the course of just a few hours that led to a woman being abducted up in New York and then dying in Northern Virginia? Dave LaValle sat down with the family of Tatiana David last night, a family that is still in shock over what happened.
The family of Tatiana David is left with many questions, according to her sister, Olivia Valerio.
Everyone's doing as best as they can, but, you know, it's hard. She just left so suddenly, you can't really, gather it.
Virginia State Police found her body late Wednesday night along I-95 in Quantico. It was beside the SUV police believe was used earlier in the day to kidnap David from her home in Ithaca, New York. Police say the suspect is 34-year-old Michael Davis, a former partner and the father of David's 4-year-old son. Police shot Davis after they said he first fired at them. A state trooper pulled over Davis for what we've been told were wrong license plates. That led to a high-speed chase that ended 20 miles away and the shootout. It's still not clear who shot David. Her death came on her 34th birthday.
She was just so perfect in every way. She was everything you could ask as a sister. She was there for me whenever I needed her with advice or just there to talk when I needed her. And you just couldn't miss her once you saw her. She's so amazing.
All right, that was our Dave Laval reporting there. At last check, the suspect, Michael Davis, was in critical condition at Inova Fairfax Hospital. All right, back to Prince George's County now, where police there are investigating a fatal shooting, we're learning, that happened last night in Landover just after 11 o'clock. Police say the victim, an adult man, died at the scene. If you have any information, you are urged to contact the county crime solvers. And now to another story that made headlines across the country last week when the Maryland Attorney General released the findings of an investigation that took 4 years to complete, all of it surrounding sexual abuse at the hands of Catholic priests and others within the Archdiocese of Baltimore. Investigators found there were hundreds of victims over the course of several decades and believe many other survivors haven't come forward yet. Our Alexandra Limon reports on that.
It was tormenting, painful, in some ways sadistic.
Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown says a 4-year investigation documented the abuse of at least 600 children by priests, deacons, and other leaders within the Baltimore Archdiocese from the 1940s through the early 2000s.
Typically, there are many more who have not come out and spoken up than there are who have.
Through a grand jury subpoena, the Maryland Attorney General's office obtained hundreds of thousands of documents that show the Archdiocese of Baltimore knew about the abuse and systematically covered it up.
I am a victim myself. Nothing that I hear about this church is surprising. It is unfortunate. It's sad.
Sean Doherty, board president of SNAP, the survivors network of those abused by priests, says the report is especially important for survivors
whose relatives didn't believe them. The police didn't believe them. Nobody believes them. This is validation.
But he says the problems haven't gone away.
Young priests are getting arrested for molesting children.
Because of statutes of limitations under old criminal codes, most past crimes won't be prosecuted. But the names of newly identified abusers could be released in the future. And the Maryland legislature also passed a new law this week to allow survivors to sue. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
All right, Alex, thank you. Well, the Maryland Attorney General's office is also investigating the Archdiocese of Washington, D.C. and Wilmington, Delaware. They're asking for survivors to contact the AG's office. Your time now, 8:07. It has been 2 days since 2 Tennessee lawmakers were expelled from the state's General Assembly, causing an absolute uproar across the country. Gaynor Hall from our sister station WGN has the latest on the national backlash.
There's something cruel about the majority. People sent them there. They could not send them back home.
Reverend Jesse Jackson at Rainbow Push speaking in support of Tennessee State Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. On Thursday, the Republican-controlled State House expelled the 2 Democrats, but spared their white colleague. GOP leaders argued the rare move was necessary to maintain order during House proceedings.
What are we going to do today, colleagues?
The 3 approached the chamber podium with a bullhorn last month in a protest calling for gun reform in the aftermath of the school shooting in Nashville that left 6 people dead, including 3 children.
But we have to recognize that what's happening in Nashville is that state officials operating as spineless tools for the gun lobby are not leaders at all. They're puppets.
On Friday, Vice President Kamala Harris met with the ousted lawmakers, firing up a crowd of supporters at Fisk University.
A democracy says you don't silence the people. You do not stifle the people. You don't turn off their microphones when they are speaking
Governor Pritzker also weighing in on the controversy this week.
There is a threat to democracy that is occurring all across this nation, and especially in states that are controlled by Republican governors and Republican majority and supermajority legislators.
Local officials in Jones and Pearson's districts could send them back to serve until they can run again in a special election. Protests are expected to continue at the state capitol next week. Gaynor Hall, WGN News.
All right, your time now, 8:09, and if you are heading out the door here in the nation's capital, temperatures again on the chillier side. We're talking about mid-40s, but we are seeing lots of sunshine out there. Those winds are also light coming out of the east. Now, heading out the door in the suburbs, you're a little bit more chillier. We're talking about temperatures still holding on into the upper 30s, but that's the trend. We're going to see lots of sunny skies today. Temperatures will quickly rebound as we head into our afternoon, and then it looks like we are tracking a warming trend. So definitely keep it here. We'll talk about that, guys, in the 7-day forecast.